Good evening and welcome to Northbeat. I'm Robert Holden. We begin tonight in Nunavik, where police figures show the rate of violent crime in the region is rising, and it's much higher than average across Quebec and the country. Samuel Watt reports some residents are blaming alcohol and drugs.
The number of reported assaults in Nunavik nearly doubled between 2023 and 2025. And when you look at Statistics Canada's 2024 Violent Crime Severity Index,
Nunavik, unfortunately, is so high that it's off chart.
Nunavik had a score of over 2,000. That's 20 times higher than the national and provincial average.
As women, as mothers, violence, arguments, being scared, it's a lot and it's heavy.
Bernie attributes much of the rise in violence to alcohol and drugs. Tackling that requires more than just law enforcement. He's looking to double the size of their crime prevention teams.
So repressing crime is it's in our mandate, but we have to be there for prevention initiative.
There's another approach to policing that appears to be working. Sahiyok helps run mobile intervention teams, which pair social workers with police officers. 2025 data shows 90% of calls they responded to did not result in any judicial intervention.
We're doing more of a community-based approach to traditional social work. And I believe that plays a huge part in our success.
While that's happening, Nunavimut are continuing to rally behind the fight against drugs. Kuujjuaq hosted a town hall in December about that very issue.
It gives me hope. We're not just letting it happen now.
Because it'll take everybody's efforts to tackle an issue affecting the entire community. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The city of Whitehorse says hard times have arrived and it's being forced to cut spending. City Council presented its new operating budget Monday. It's proposing to raise property taxes 4.6%, slash the senior utility rebate in half, and reduce programming budgets. Whitehorse's mayor says it was not easy to make these decisions, but it's become unavoidable.
The funding programs that municipal governments relied on in the past have largely dried up, with very few signs of new programs to take their place. To be blunt, we can no longer count on being able to access the necessary funding to address our largest infrastructure needs, both in the areas of capital and operations spending. Instead, we will have to weigh all our options to address our top priorities and will likely need to make some sacrifices to advance them. This makes the work of City Council rather difficult, and it appears it will only get more difficult in the years to come.
There will be a public input session on the operating budget on March 9th. It will then go to a council vote on March 23rd. The Arctic Summit is continuing in Whitehorse. Today, the conference heard from the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Robert Oliphant says there's more attention on the North than ever before. As delegates from across the world continue to meet, the message remains the same. You can't defend the North without listening to its people.
North-to-north engagements, northern relationships among peoples, businesses, governments is part and parcel of what we are doing. I don't think I've ever seen so much activity that is not just talk about the North, but real activity to say this is the North's time to shine, and we will be a partner in northern development.
The summit wraps up tomorrow. Operation Nunavik was on the ground in Betchikon, Northwest Territories this year. One of its tasks was securing the Edzo airfield, a key piece of infrastructure, a task they had to do in coordination with the community, who were still using the airfield throughout the operation. This was all happening in brutal cold that challenged the troops and the equipment. The CBC's Megan Roberts spoke to Lieutenant Colonel Bryn Wright during the exercise to learn more.
So, Bryn, Lieutenant Colonel Bryn, can you tell me where we are right now?
We're in a town about 100 kilometres outside of Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. It's a small community called Edzo.
And what's going on here today?
So I have tactical troops out here securing an airfield. Part of our mission is key infrastructure security as part of projecting our ability to survive and operate in the north.
What goes into securing infrastructure in this kind of climate?
In this kind of climate, staying alive is a big part of it. This is the survivability piece, and that is, it's not the same as protecting something in a warmer area. You have to take the climate into account. You have to keep people warm. They get hypothermic, and that's the key piece there.
And in your preamble describing the kind of situation that we're dealing with in terms of training opportunities, you had mentioned potential saboteurs. So in this climate, when survival is so important, how do you seek people out? How do you train to seek people out who may be on the land evading you while you also need to stay safe?
How do we find the people? We use technology, but a big part of it is we use our own skills, and that's where we can push people out with patrolling. And that's why we need to practice surviving out here without the infrastructure to support us.
What are some of the challenges? I mean, we've talked about cold weather, and that is the challenge, right? But just in terms of examples, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered?
A really good example is the ability to use technology. So, for example, we did have drones that were available. They're only capable at a certain temperature, and they did have problems in the cold. Same with our equipment. You see behind us the snowmobiles. We tried some different equipment, and when they break pretty quickly in the cold, and you've got to have mechanisms to get out of there once that happens.
Are there any people, infantry, taking part in this where it's their first time, and what's their experience been like, specifically in what is a very frigid day even for us here?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing is nobody's out here that hasn't had the specific cold weather training for Canada. However, we do have some technical capabilities that they're not trained on. So the junior people aren't necessarily strong in their infantry trade. They have been trained in the cold.
Why is it important to practice a scenario like this and to practice the survivability, I suppose, of this weather in general when it comes to Canada's military?
Well, I think that there's two parts there. There's the training of what you do as infantry soldiers, and that's protecting equipment. And it doesn't matter whether it's here in EDSO, 100 kilometres outside of Yellowknife, or far up north. Security is security. The training in the cold is you crawl, walk, run. So we're crawling, so we've trained the troops. Then we're going to move further north and get better and stronger, and our abilities get better. We have lessons we can learn every time we do these events.
And this is the biggest Operation Nunavik that has happened so far. I know there's a series of operations going on, but in terms of the operation that you're running, is there anything new that you're doing this year?
I think the big thing that's new, particularly as a reserve unit, is it's the integration with the regular army, which we normally do, but on this scale, regular army and also local communities, a lot more of that in this one. But the new part is up here in the north. It's really the up here in the north.
And how did you work with the local communities, especially the Betchikon, Ray, Edzo, Clichon community?
So a perfect example is this airfield, and these are locals that take the flights. This is an active airfield that takes people up to the communities, into the mines, and so we have to liaise with them. Another good example is the dam sites, the hydroelectric plants. We have to liaise with the public infrastructure facilities, and that kind of thing.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much.
Canadian Airlines have resumed service to Mexican destinations 2 days after the killing of drug lord El Mencho sparked violence and halted many flights. Still, Ottawa is urging Canadians to exercise caution. Jorge Barrera has more.
Things are bustling again here at the Puerto Vallarta airport as international flights have resumed. Some Canadians managed to snag the first flights out of here. I spoke to one couple who had their flights canceled on Sunday, and they thought they were going to have to stay here for another 2 weeks, but They got on the Air Canada website and they managed to snag one of the first flights back home. The second couple who had a flight previously booked for today were double, triple, quadruple checking to make sure their flight was still departing, and they got here 4 hours before it was supposed to leave. Now, I've also spoken to locals here, including business owners, who say they're worried that the events of Sunday may have tarnished the image of Puerto Vallarta, impacted the way people see this tourist destination. They said, you know, we depend a lot on tourism, Canadian tourism. We hope that people will return because what happened on Sunday is out of the ordinary. Now, the Mexican federal government is also projecting stability. A warship just docked off the port here. More soldiers have arrived. The Mexican federal government has said they have sent about 9,500 military elements spread out through the state of Jalisco. Now, there are still Canadians coming here for vacation. I ran into another couple that was just arriving, and they said the images that they saw and on the news and on social media on Sunday didn't dissuade them from continuing on with their vacation. And they said they're ready to just go with the flow. Jorge Barrera, CBC News, Puerto Vallarta.
The recent eruption of violence in Mexico has left some Canadians wondering what to do with their travel plans. The CBC's Nisha Patel explains what options might be on the table.
Flights from Canada to Mexico are getting back on track, and many travelers are eager to take off, despite days of violence that locked down Puerto Vallarta.
I think we're feeling pretty safe about it, and we'll, keep watching the situation.
But some travelers are pivoting to other countries instead.
It's not worth the risk. Don't want to get stuck there.
Even though it seems like it's clearing up, we don't know if it will stay stable.
Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister said the situation is volatile and evolving every day. And Global Affairs is advising Canadians to avoid all non-essential travel to the parts of Mexico in orange and to exercise a high degree of caution in areas in yellow, including Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and Cancun. Airlines, though, are only offering flexible rebooking for the next few days.
Those folks who have March break plans coming up, that's not going to be covered, and you'd be subject to any cancellation provisions that you'd normally see.
Travelers who purchase trip insurance may have more leeway. Still, policies vary widely. And for those without insurance who want to change plans,
you're likely not going to have any recourse for getting your money back if the airlines haven't canceled the flights themselves, or if the government doesn't issue elevate the advisory further.
Supplies, food, water. It's a tough decision for Cindy Redmile. The single mom is supposed to be trading the winter cold for this Cancun beach next week.
I still am concerned because everything that's happened is so fresh still. So I feel like I will wait it out a couple more days.
She worries about getting trapped at the airport and delays in making it home.
I'm 50-50. I'm on the fence about canceling because I am going with my youngest daughter and her safety is most important to me.
Air Canada, WestJet, Air Transat, and Porter have all resumed scheduled flights. Air Canada and WestJet have added extra capacity to bring more people home. Flair Airlines says it will resume scheduled flights on Wednesday. Nisha Patel, CBC News, Toronto.
Ukrainians are marking the 4th anniversary of Russia's invasion of their country. As commemorative events took place across Ukraine, European leaders vowed not to abandon the war-torn nation. Margaret Evans has more.
4 years in and counting. Prayers for Ukraine's war dead and those still fighting in the trenches. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, flanked by European Union leaders, making what's become an annual pilgrimage of support. It is an unspeakably painful day for Ukrainians. Time standing still for the dead, but not those left behind to mourn and to carry on the fight in their name. Somehow it feels like this war has been going on forever, says 19-year-old Valeria Pivin, whose father was killed. The boys did not die for nothing, says her mother, Irena. I strongly believe that they were on their way to victory. Volodymyr Zelensky says it will come if there's sustained support from Ukraine's allies, a point he repeated to the European Parliament over a €90 billion loan being blocked by Hungary.
This is a real financial guarantee of our security and our resilience, and it must be implemented.
It's a reminder of the careful path Zelensky is treading, not just within the European Union, but with an often unpredictable leader in the White House. In Kyiv, Commission President Ursula von der Leyen offered EU assurances.
This word cannot be broken, so we will deliver on the loan, one way or the other.
The question, of course, is when, and will it come in time to make a difference? In Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin accused Ukraine and its Western allies of what he called mass terror by shelling cities and sabotaging infrastructure because they haven't succeeded on the battlefield. Margaret Evans, CBC News, London.
It's Freedom to Read Week across the country. The annual event focuses on the importance of reading and intellectual freedom. To celebrate, the Whitehorse Public Library is hosting a talk tonight about access to information and censorship. James Turk will be speaking. He's the founder of the Centre for Free Expression at Toronto Metropolitan University. He says we're living in a polarized time made worse by social media. He says censorship is on the rise and democracy is in danger.
We have to understand the price of democracy is being confronted with ideas that we don't like, as well as ideas we do like. And we have to live with that and engage them. If I don't like what you're saying, I can ignore you or I can argue with you, but I don't have the right to say, because I don't like what you're saying, you don't have a right to speak. That crosses the line. That's what takes us from a democracy to a more authoritarian form of government.
The talk starts this evening at 7 p.m. at the Whitehorse Public Library. It is free to attend. It's a game that's been played for over a millennium. Now, students in Dawson City, Yukon are playing chess to earn high school credits. A local teacher says it's a way to add learning, life skills, and a bit of fun to the curriculum. Chris McIntyre has more.
It takes forethought, it takes patience, and it takes humility, even after a defeat.
I lost. I didn't realize it. It was okay. Kind of checkmated me with his queen and rook. It was kind of annoying, but yeah.
Levi Aiken has been playing chess for years. When he learned that he could play chess and earn a credit, he was all in. Aiken says the class feels very casual, as if he was playing with friends. And that's because that's exactly what he's doing. But it's also about building life skills.
Problem solving and planning things out. Because you know what you want to do, but maybe the board isn't like set up right. Pieces are kind of like attacking other pieces. So you kind of got to like figure out what to do before you get to the final step.
David Garrison has been teaching the class for the past 2 years. He says the skills Aiken is describing is exactly what he's hoping students take away from this class.
It's not just, the chess strategy itself, but we talk about problem solving and how you should make decisions too quickly, and you need to look at the whole situation. So it's all about this problem solving dynamic, and it takes students who might not necessarily enjoy a more logical problem solving class like the math classes that I teach, and it allows them to flex those muscles in a different way, in a way that they really enjoy.
Classes are 3 times a week. Xavier Fraser is one of the 14 students enrolled. Fraser said he had no idea how to play chess at the start of the year. Now, he not only knows how to play, he's getting pretty good at it, but he isn't willing to share any secrets on how to execute a 3-move checkmate. You have some brothers and sisters. Do you teach them how to play chess?
No.
Garrison says it's great to see students off their phones and connecting in person over the game.
But I have all kinds of moments throughout the week where I just have to take a second, look around my classroom, and just kind of smile at watching 14 students, 7 games of chess happening all at once, and they're engaged. So I get a real deep sense of satisfaction out of it. I'm really proud of these guys.
Win, lose, or draw, Garrison says as long as students show up for the class, they'll get the credit. Chess has been around for centuries, and in 2026, it's being used to teach students life skills. Now, if you ask me, education like that can't get stale, mate. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
Team Nunavik is heading to this year's Arctic Winter Games with a new distinction. The team is now a permanent member of the AWG International Committee. Membership means Nunavik can now enter team sports like hockey and volleyball. It can also now bid to host the games. After first competing at the games over 50 years ago, the team's assistant chef de mission says the distinction has been a long time coming.
It's a big milestone that we had overcome all these years since we started participating in the Arctic Winter Games. We have been going as guests from our region, and we work really hard to become a permanent member.
Kane says the region may eventually bid to host an individual sport. For this year's games, the team will stick to their core 5 sports, which include Arctic sports and Dene games. The team is sending 56 athletes to the games in Whitehorse. It's day 3 of the Canes Quest, and 10 teams are still in the running to win the snowmobile endurance race in northern Labrador. Racers left Labrador City on Sunday for the 3,400-kilometer trek. But snowdrifts and hard, rocky conditions proved too much for 8 teams who had to drop out. The CBC's Layla Baudouin explains how the wild weather and rough sea ice came between some racers and the finish line.
So this is the pin right here?
Yeah, this is the pin for the helicopter, and I'm tracking at the moment. We got some teams that are moving fast.
With this bird's eye view from inside the Canes Quest chopper.
I can zoom back out.
To social media shares like this one from Nain.
Big Red Racing.
This is a glimpse of the mega devotion Canes Quest has, with over 1 million viewers glued to these shots online and a feed of each racer's GPS.
Well, I got all my family in England watching at this moment.
Logistics mastermind Dave Haas can send help at the flick of a switch, watching to keep them safe. But fans all over are tracking racers through an app.
Watching why they stopped and all the details and things like that.
Outside, supports are tapped in.
Once they get the goose vein stuff, then we'll work our way back with them, keep them gas, lubed, parts.
Community that rallies behind racers with a warm meal at a cabin, like Labrador West's own Ryan Watkins and Nick Hewlin, who enjoyed this snack hours before scratching after a brush with Mother Nature.
Oh no!
There have been several heartbreaking moments, but whatever happens out there, all are wishing the remaining racers the very best.
Survival, keep your wits, keep a good head.
As the finish line draws near and the quest unfolds. Layla Baudouin, CBC News, Labrador West.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, head to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Robert Holden. Have a good night.